Hi, I'm Hugh Hamilton and I'm here in the vineyard with my daughter Mary here, and we've just released our Black Blood 2011 Shiraz. We're actually standing in the vineyard where we pick the grapes for this particular wine. It's a single vineyard wine, it's part of the Scarce Earth program, and I thought we'd just run through very briefly what the 2011 vintage tastes like. We are absolutely wrapped in this wine. It's just so elegant and so fantastic. So when we taste, we normally break it into three parts, and that is the colour, the aroma and the palate. So let's just go through that special.
Yep.
So what do you think of the colour of this wine?
Well, it's got a lovely brilliance to it, and in terms of the colour, I would say it's a dark wine and a brilliant dark red.
Yeah, and it's almost iridescent and it's bright. There's no dullness in this wine, it's really bright, there's no browning or anything like that, it's fresh. Looks got a very lively colour.
Yeah.
Smell it and tell me what you think though, because that's really another big test.
Well, the first thing I notice is it's really fragrant. Lots of fragrance jumps out of the glass, and I'm getting blackberries and some warm baking spices, you know, the sorts of things like allspice and some clove.
So it's not just one thing you're getting quite a bit, aren't you, out of it? And
yes.
I think that's the mark of a great wine, when it's not boring, it doesn't bore you with just one thing, it's got a lot of things there to hold your interest.
Yep. A little bit of white pepper.
Right.
Some licorice. And it's quite perfumed. It's got a lovely perfume smell.
Okay, well let's just talk about the palate of the wine, because that's important. And so under palate I break it into 5 lots, and that's the flavours you get out of the wine for a start. And then there's the acidity of the wine, and then there's the tannins, there's the oak that goes with it, and there's a little bit of alcohol. So what do you think of the fruit? What's it taste like to you?
I think that the thing I'm getting is plums coming through, as it's got a really delightful fruity character. Plums, but also that smell of warm spices on the nose is coming through on the palate. Getting some quite McLaren Vale-ish mocha kind of flavours. That licorice is through on the palate. It's got a lovely complex range of flavours, I think.
Okay, well that's good. Acidity is very important in wine. If the acidity is not there, the wine tastes flat, tastes a little bit dull. So what do you think? It's good. You need it for brightness, I think. Yeah.
It's lively.
Lively?
Yep, it's got some good nerve.
Okay, all right. Tannins the most important thing in red wine, I believe, and we ferment it on skin, so we've got tannins in there, but tannins can go from anywhere to soft and supple through to drying, chalky, bitter. So where do we sit in the spectrum of that with this wine?
Very silky, these tannins. They're very smooth on the palate. I wouldn't call them chalky. You certainly feel them on the roof of the mouth, which is good. It gives some good structure, but they're very smooth, silky tannins. Great.
Well, that's great for the texture of the wine, and I'm talking, when I say texture, I mean mouthfeel. How does it feel? That's what we get down to. Now, oak is not a big component of this wine. It sits with my philosophy. Too much oak, it can overblow the fruit, and therefore why are you showing it from a particular vineyard if all you're really showing is oak? So what do you think?
Well, I don't really notice the oak that much. In fact, if you hadn't sort of asked me to think about it, I probably wouldn't be thinking about it. So I'd have to say it's very integrated into the wine.
Right.
I think it's probably coming through a bit on the good mouthfeel, but you certainly don't get an oak rush out of the glass.
Yeah, well I think that's good. I mean, oak's important. It's the old story, no wood, no good. But it shouldn't be obvious there. It should just add to the overall flavour of the wine. Okay, alcohol. Very important thing, alcohol. Sometimes you can get wines that are low in alcohol, and therefore they taste a bit too drying, because alcohol is a great flavour component. But you've got to watch out on the other side with high alcohol wines that you don't burn your nostrils, heat your mouth up, and scald you as it goes back at the back palate. Right. How does the alcohol integrate in here?
Don't even notice it.
Great. Great.
No burn in the nose, and certainly no hotness in the mouth. There's no prickle. Just seamless.
And no finish of heat or anything like that.
No, but the finish is in the flavour, which is terrific. This has got a lovely long flavour. Well after you've sipped it, the flavour persists.
Terrific. Yeah. I reckon this is one of our better wines ever. I reckon. I'm really pleased with this wine.
It makes me want to finish the glass.
That's what we're here for. Okay, thanks very much.